back to my channel. Welcome back to another vlog. So we do have a few things to get done today, so I did want to go ahead and bring you guys along with me. I did just finish my morning coffee, and right now I'm quickly getting ready because we have a few errands to run today. I did do a blowout, and when I say a blowout, technically like I'll curl my hair with the, I don't know, with this attachment. It basically just dries it in a curl, but it ends up falling out to where it looks like a nice little blowout. But as you can see, it literally like fell out already. So I may just touch up my hair really quickly. The plans for today, I do have quite a few things on my to-do list. So for right now, we're going to run a quick little errand. We have to go pick up some tires at a warehouse. So we're going to do that. And then once we get back home, I am bringing myself to do something that I never thought I would do. And that is a book unhaul. Because I realized that there's some space that I could be using on my little bookshelf. And there's some books that I'm just kind of like hoarding on there. Either I haven't gotten to them, which really hurts to get rid of some books on my TBR, but we'll go into that later. Also, I know a lot of times people do like a spring cleaning, or whenever going into spring, they want to like declutter and organize. I don't know what it is, but that happens to me whenever the fall season is coming. And so I think also because I've been wanting to decorate, I already brought down all of the fall stuff from the attic. I have everything like laid out in the guest bedroom because I can't wait. I know it might be a little early for some people. So I did tell the kids to declutter their books just because my son's not much of a reader anymore. And my daughter, she does like to read, but I feel like she's kind of not liking it as much, and I don't want to kind of like force her to be reading. So anyways, I did tell the kids to go ahead and declutter all of their books, but to keep the ones that are more tied to like a little memory or anything like that. So they are keeping a few of their books, but they are also unhauling quite a few. And so I thought we'd go over to Half Price Books to sell them. So we're going to do that later. And then also I do want to go ahead and start decorating for fall in our master bedroom and also here in our restroom. But I think I'm going to do the restroom in kind of like a YouTube short. But yeah, I think I'm going to touch up my hair really quickly and then get dressed. I wanted to pop on here and thank Anna Luisa for collaborating with me in today's video. I feel like by now you guys have seen me work with Anna Luisa quite a few times. I've actually been working with them since I started my cleaning channel, maybe about 4 years now, but I continue working with them because their jewelry is unmatched quality, it's long lasting, it's hypoallergenic, it's water resistant, and it's also very, very sustainable. They have such cute dainty rings, necklaces, earrings. They have it all. I have their pieces from quite a few years ago. I have showered with the pieces on. I've washed my hands countless times while wearing their rings, and you guys, they till this day have not tarnished. So the necklace that I am currently wearing, it is their Ariel necklace. This necklace is literally healing my inner child. I remember when I was little, and whenever I would watch The Little Mermaid, I would always think it was so cool to have a necklace like Ursula's. And anyways, when I saw this one, I was like, I absolutely have to get it, heal my inner child, and I absolutely love it. But not only is their jewelry great quality, it is also very affordable. They also have free and fast shipping anywhere in the US, and anywhere else they also have crazy affordable options. I will have the discount code for you guys down below, as well as all of their information in case you guys would like to check them out. But again, a huge thank you to Anna Luisa for collaborating with me in today's video, and let's go ahead and jump right back into the vlog. All right, you guys, so we are back home. We already went to go pick up the tires, brought them back home. But yeah, so now we need to go ahead. Here, let me move the camera. So this is my rotating bookshelf. For the most part, I have it completely full all the way to the bottom. But I also keep my little book sleeve. I keep my planner, and then of course I keep my reading journal up here. So I do have a little bit of room there, but I'd kind of like to keep that here. But yeah, I am a little sad, but there are books that I was super excited to read, and I just feel like I don't know if I'll actually ever get to them, but I feel like I do have some books that I have not read and I really don't think I'm going to get to. Then also, I do have a lot of reads that I've read that I liked, but it's not something like I want to keep forever. So I thought, let's go through my books that I have not read, some of the ones that I read and I didn't absolutely love. Also, really need to dust this. Technically, the way I have it organized is all on the bottom. All of these I have read, and my top two shelves are basically, it's my TBR. This is my old Kindle. It still works perfectly. I did take very good care of it while I had it. I've had a screen protector on it and I've always had a case on it. So I'm debating on what to do with this. I kind of wanted to do like a little giveaway. Okay, so we're going to start off with the books that I've read. So The Love Wager by Lynn Painter. This was such a fun read for me. So like I mentioned, the books that I read and absolutely loved, even if they're not on my favorites pile, but I absolutely love them. I am going to keep them because I can't let go of them just yet. It actually hurts to even get rid of any of my books, but I really don't need to hoard them, especially when I have like limited space. If you guys love like a little rom-com, this is so fun. I definitely think this should be turned into a movie. Basically, it's two people and they become like each other's wing person. Then you guys can guess where it goes from there. But this one was so much fun. So I am keeping this one. I love this one. I love how every chapter, it actually has like a quote from all of our like favorite rom-coms, romance movies. Like this one is, nobody finds their soulmate when they're 10. I mean, where's the fun in that, right? Sweet Home Alabama. You guys, I watched this one a lot during the week, so I am going to keep this one. Made in Manhattan. This one was also a lot of fun. So in this one, basically her grandmother's friend gives her a task, which is to kind of like, I think her grandson is a little like rough around the edges and she wants her to basically like train him. But yeah, this one was also a lot of fun and this cover is just so cute. So I do want to keep this one. Oh, this one was another one of my favorites. It's Just My Type by Fallon Ballard. I had so much fun reading this one. This one is a second chance romance. And for the most part, second chance romances are not always my favorite, but I had so much fun reading this one. You guys, I absolutely loved The Love Hypothesis. I have another Ali Hazelwood book, but I didn't love it nearly as much as I love this one, so I'm definitely keeping this one. Oh, this one was fun. This is The Stand-In. This one almost reminds me of the Christmas Netflix movie with Vanessa Hudgens, and I had so much fun reading this one. This one is more of a YA. I'm going to keep a pile for the ones that I know for sure I don't want to keep, and then I'll have a pile for the ones that I'm still a little on the fence about. So these two books is from Lisa Jewell. So a few years ago, I read Then She Was Gone, and this one was literally, to this day, it's one of my all-time favorite mystery thrillers. I decided to read a few more books from her. Even though these were good, I didn't love these as much as I loved Then She Was Gone. If you guys are looking for a good like mystery thriller book, I definitely recommend this one. Like I mentioned, it's been a few years, but from what I recall, I just really enjoyed it and it was literally like one of my favorite reads. I'm going to unhaul these two, which is The Family Upstairs and The Night She Disappeared. And then I have these three books from Natasha Preston. These were fun, but these are YA mystery thriller books. The Island was definitely a lot of fun. It's a few teenagers that get picked. Some of them, I believe they're like social media influencers and they're invited to this new theme park that's on an island. And of course, you know, mysterious things start to occur. But this one was fun. However, I wouldn't say it was my favorite, but all of the books that I've read from Natasha Preston, I've actually had a lot of fun reading them. This one, I actually couldn't believe. For the most part, I can finish a book in like 2 to 3 days. This one, I literally finished in one sitting. So this is the one that kind of kicked off my Natasha Preston, I wouldn't say obsession, but I don't know, I got really excited to read her books. This one is The Lake. The setting takes place, I believe, in somewhere in Texas. The seller, okay, I did put my camera, I have it charging while I'm filming, so hopefully it doesn't overheat. But yeah, so The Seller, I actually really like this one, and I just remember that this one kind of like creeped me out. I think I'm going to keep this one. So these three are my favorite mystery thriller books, but this one is The House Across the Lake. I read this one, I believe it was either last year or 2 years ago. I absolutely love this one. Literally love this one so much. This one also creeped me out. The Woman in Cabin 10, I thought this one was really good. I believe it was going to be turned into a Netflix movie, and I can't remember her name, but the main character was going to be Elizabeth from Pirates of the Caribbean. So looking forward to that because I did enjoy this one, so I think it'd be a good movie to watch. And this is another one by Riley Sager. This is the only one left. You guys, I absolutely love this one. I remember I couldn't put it down. I couldn't wait to pick it back up whenever I had to take a break from reading, but absolutely love this one. Okay, so The Happy Place, I really did enjoy it, but I think Emily Henry is one of those authors for me that I either love her books or I don't. These two for sure I want to keep. This is The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren, and then The Kiss Thief by L.J. Shen. This is an arranged marriage, and that's one of my favorite tropes. I love a good arranged marriage. Love this one. And then The Unhoneymooners by Christina Lauren. This one was a lot of fun to read, so I am keeping this one. So this is The Hating Game. This one is actually a movie with Lucy Hale, and I still haven't seen it. I had made plans to watch it a while back and I still just haven't gotten to it, but this one was a lot of fun, so I think I'm actually going to keep this one. I think I would consider this one like a dark gothic romance, and I actually had fun reading this one. This is book one is Grimace. This one was book 2. I absolutely love the color. Blue is not my favorite color, but I absolutely love how it looks with the black, the butterflies, and then of course like the sprayed edges. So I am going to keep this one because I do plan on getting Grimace. I picked this book up not realizing that it was book 2, so I ended up reading book 1 on my Kindle, so I didn't have the physical copy, but I do want to grab the physical copy of that one. This one is The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. I did like this one, but it felt very, very slow at first. But again, not one of my favorites, so I am going to put this in that pile. So this next one is Verity by Colleen Hoover. This one, I read this one also a few years ago. I feel like this one was very creepy. This one's actually pretty good. It's a little twisted in some parts to where I was like, okay, I could have done without that whole scene. I'm going to keep it just because I remember the storyline was really good. So this one is You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. Honestly, whenever I picked this one up, it did sound very good, and actually the setting, like the picture, like the book cover is what got me. So I've mentioned this before, and I feel like I can never say it too often because it would be kind of like a spoil alert. Actually, I'm going to tell you guys, if you don't want me to spoil anything, fast forward like for the next minute. One thing about mystery thriller books, I don't know what it is. I've never liked it when our bad guy is a female. I don't know what it is. It kind of just kills the story for me. And I believe it's Frida McFadden. A lot of her books, I think in some of her books, the female ends up being like our bad guy, but Frida McFadden does it pretty good. But I know there's been a couple of books that weren't my favorite because of that. This is one of those books that it just wasn't my favorite. I did think it was good, but like I said, the ending just kind of killed it for me. So I will be getting rid of this one. I'm officially at the age where my legs fall asleep so easily if I'm sitting in a certain position. And then so this next one is The House in the Pines. I got this one because I love Reese Witherspoon as an actress. I saw that this one was part of Reese's book club and I thought it would be good, and it was good, but again, I remember it being pretty slow, which I know a lot of mystery thriller books can be slow, but there are just some that are like, I don't know, they have you hooked from the very beginning. And this one was just a little slow for me. But then we have A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I read this one, I liked it. This one was more of like a YA murder mystery. Again, I thought it was good, but I don't think I'll be reading the rest of the books in the series, and it's just not one that I want to, I guess, have in my collection. This one is The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. I did think this one was really good. This one, I believe there's like 4 or 5 people that they have like special gifts. So they joined the FBI as part of like their program to help like solve some mysteries. So I've only read book 1 in the series, and I do have the other books that I have not read. So I do have the other 3 books in the series, but I don't think I'm going to get to them. And then we also have the ACOTAR series. I'm still in the middle of A Court of Wings and Ruin. I do like that series. That book was just really, really chunky, so I took a break from it. But I do want to read the rest of the books in the series, so I am keeping those. The next one is Never Never by Colleen Hoover. I think I remember rating this one like maybe a 2 or 3. It's because, I don't know, I think I expected a little bit more out of that one. Then The Ones Who Got Away, I thought this one was going to be so interesting. It does revolve around high school shooting, and I think that's what grabbed my attention. I understand because it is something tragic that happens that is sad, but I couldn't tell if the book was supposed to be, I don't know, I just remember feeling a little confused on how this book was supposed to make me feel. Local Woman Missing, this one was actually a really good mystery thriller book. Actually, this is one of my favorite ones. I'm keeping this one. This is Where the Crawdads Sing. This is also part of Reese's book club. Again, a little slow, but I really like this one too, where as soon as I read it, I went to go watch the movie. Thought it was really good, so keeping that one. This one is Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Guys, I had switched over to my other camera because this one overheated, and I didn't realize that my camera was on picture mode. So the whole time that I was recording, or I thought I was recording, I was in fact not recording. I can't remember on the last book that I left off on. Just to give you guys a quick recap, I'm going to unhaul this one. This is Every Summer After. Again, I think I've read a lot of good reviews of book 2 in this series and a lot of her other books. But as you guys know, I'm not a summer girly and I don't love summer. I don't look forward to summer. So I know a lot of people like love these for summer reads. I don't know, I just don't consider it as one of my favorites. So I'm going to unhaul this one. And then I'm also going to unhaul Love Theoretically. Again, I loved The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood, but this one was just, again, wasn't one of my favorites. So I'm going to unhaul that one. I'm going to keep Book Lovers, Rewrite Our Story by Kat Singleton. Again, this one wasn't one of my favorite reads, but I want to keep it just in case I decide to pick up the rest of the books in the series. Love and Gelato has been on my TBR for, I want to say maybe like 2 to 3 years, I think. And I haven't gotten to it, but I just think this would be like a nice read because I think this one takes place in Italy. People come to Italy for love and gelato, someone tells her, but sometimes they discover much more. So I still think this would be a fun read, so I'm going to keep this one. The X-Hex, this one was actually fun for the Halloween time. I think there's another book after this one, and I'm going to keep this one because I do want to read the other books in the series. I just cleared out the bottom 2 shelves. And then, so now moving on to the third one. This one is Funny You Should Ask by Alyssa Sussman. I thought I was going to get to this one. I'm going to unhaul this one just because I do think it would be fun to read, but I don't think I'm going to get to it. And also, a lot of these books that I read, I didn't have my Kindle at the time, and what I've been trying to do recently, if it's already part of a series that I love, like in my favorites pile, I will buy the physical copy, but what I'm trying to do now is trying to read it on my Kindle before I even think about buying it. It won't be like that all the time, but that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I've had my Kindle for like the past, I don't know, I think like the past 3 years. So I definitely want to keep this one. This one is Nothing Like the Movies by Lynn Painter. This is book 2 to the Better Than the Movies. Definitely want to read this one. I heard a lot of good reviews about Funny Story by Emily Henry. So I do want to read this one, so I'm keeping that one. Again, I'm not a fan of summer. I think I'm going to unhaul this one. I'm definitely going to keep this one. This is my Bell's Library book. In here, there's just like a bunch of little like quotes. I'm on page 59. I have this series. This is the, I forgot what this series is called. I think it's like the Benevolence. I think this is the Benevolence series by Lucy Score. I have the Things We Never Got Over in my favorites pile. I love those. And I know they were kind of like lengthy and a little slow in some parts, but I don't know why. I absolutely loved those books. I remember I went through the first book literally, I think in 2 days. I remember starting it on a Saturday, and then on Sunday, it was like football Sunday, and I remember just being on the couch literally all day. So because I love that series, I decided to get the Benevolent series. This is Pretend You're Mine, Finally Mine, and Protecting What's Mine. But these aren't as chunky as the Knock 'Em Out series. I'm going to keep these because I do want to read them. So we cleared out all 3 bottom shelves, and now moving on to the top. I literally just got this one last week when we went to Barnes & Noble. So excited to jump into this one. Definitely keeping. This one is Love in Other Words by Christina Lauren. I know people say that this is a summer read, but when I look at this, I literally think of like fall or winter just because I do see a little cabin, which I guess I could see you going to a cabin in the summer. But that makes me think of winter. The color of the candles makes me think of fall. We have our little cup of coffee here. But I've had people in the comments tell me that it is in fact a summer read. But I still want to read this one, so I'm going to keep this one. And then we have The Quince Project by Jessica Barra. I think that's how you say her last name. I really wanted to read this one because The Quince Project is the perfect read for anyone who believes in fairy tales. With laughter, lists, and lots of spectacular Disney references, Jessica Barra shows that even if there are serious bumps along the way, you get to shape your happily ever after. The fact that it refers to Disney is literally what captured my attention. So I'm going to keep this one because I do want to read this one. And then we have Reckless. I've read Powerless, and I do have that one in my favorites pile. And I know that book 3 recently came out, so I still need to read book 2. I do love this series. Definitely Hunger Games vibes, but I really enjoyed book 1, so I can't wait to jump into this one. Then we have The Pumpkin Spice Cafe. I read book 1, and you guys, these were slow but comforting. And then I'm halfway through the Cinnamon Bun bookstore. It definitely gives you all of the Gilmore Girls vibes. Actually, whenever I was reading them, I kind of pictured the Gilmore Girls cast with these characters. So definitely keeping these. And then we have the Plus One by Macy Eddings. So I think this one is like childhood enemies. Yeah. Warning, falling for your childhood nemesis can cause complications of the heart. This one still looks like a cute rom-com to me, so I'm going to keep this one. And then we have The Book Proposal. Again, I grabbed this one like maybe last year or the year before. Reading the back of this, it just sounds so similar to a book that I've already read that I don't think I've read it, but it just sounds so similar to another book that I've read. But I still want to read it, so I'm going to keep this one. So we are now down to the last 4 books. At the Coffee Shop of Curiosities, this one just looks like a book that I would love to read in the fall. So I'm going to keep this one. I'm going to read The Christmas Tree Farm. This one is book 3, so I'm going to keep this one because I definitely want to read this during Christmas time. And then I also have All I Want for Christmas. This one looks like a fun Christmas read. Then I also have The Christmas Fix by Lucy Score. I think this is like the second book that goes to a series. And if I'm going to be reading a book that's part of a series, I want to read it in order. So I'm going to keep this one and possibly just pick up whichever book comes before this one. So I do have my little Christmas reads that I'm hoping to get through this winter. My bookshelf is now empty except for my reading journal and then my little book sleeve Kindle holder. So yeah, but let's go ahead and dust them before I put my books back on the bookshelf. Camera's going to overheat again. I don't know why it keeps overheating. So we are done. Hopefully it doesn't die before I show you guys this. But we finished putting our books in and now I actually have quite a bit of space. Right here I could still fit a couple of more books here. Then down here, as you guys can see, we definitely have more space on this shelf and then we have the bottom completely empty. So now we definitely have more room on our bookshelf. And then also I do have a big pile of books on my dresser only because long story short, so I actually started off, I think I mentioned to you guys a while back that I wanted to do a mid-year wrap-up. I started to film for that. I did the intro and everything, and then we had to run an errand, and after that, I didn't pick the camera back up. I never got to filming and I still plan on doing so. However, obviously it won't be a mid-year wrap-up. It'll probably be like all of the books that I've read so far. So I do have all of those for the most part. All of the ones that I have stacked on top of my dresser do go into my favorites pile. But yeah, so now I'm going to count how many books we're going to be unhauling. Guys, this hurts, but I don't want to be a hoarder with my books. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We are unhauling 21 books. I literally feel like Gus Gus from Cinderella whenever he's picking up like the little, I think it's corn. It looks like corn, but it's literally what I feel like holding these books. Okay, so I don't have like a huge tote bag. So I'm just going to use my little Barnes & Noble tote bags. And then also this tote bag. So let's see if we can get all of them to fit. I do also have the kids' books on the counters. So I think I may still need another bag. is now much later. We were able to sell our books over at Half Price Books, and while I was waiting for them to give me like the estimate or the quote that they give you, I didn't realize, like, I don't know, it's been years since I've been in Half Price Books, but you guys, they have like so many good books, and a lot of them are actually like in really good shape. And then I came across the DVD section and the music section, and it was just so nostalgic to be able to see like DVDs, VHSs. So yeah, so I actually enjoyed our little trip there. But yeah, so now what I want to do is I do want to go ahead and decorate our bedroom. I just need to dust it because since our furniture is a dark brown, you can see the dust so easily. Like, I'll dust today and I can guarantee you that it'll be dusty tomorrow. So I'm going to just kind of give everything a good little wipe down. And then my husband's side, I don't know if I've mentioned it in my vlogs before, but his side, like his little nightstand, he has like a lot of paperwork on there, some folders, and I never want to mess anything up. So for the most part, I kind of just tidy everything together up in a little pile and try to make it as clean as I can without messing up his paperwork. So yeah, but let's go ahead, wipe everything down and give this room a good vacuum. Also, while I tidy up, my husband bought me this super cute little blanket. It has horseshoes, cowgirl boots, little longhorn skull, and then a cactus, and I just think it's so cute, and he got it for me the other day. So I want to go ahead, and while I'm cleaning up, I want to throw it in the washer. That way when I'm done, I could just lay it out. I am going to lay out a fall blanket, but I'm also going to be using this one. Love how everything looks. I actually used the same decor as I did last year. I cannot tell you guys how happy my heart is seeing the fall decor. And then I also lit up this pumpkin pecan waffles. I should have saved this one for the kitchen because it smells so good. Like, I can smell it outside of our bedroom. But I did just pour me a glass of wine, and I'm going to jump into some reading for the night. But I wanted to go ahead and properly close out this vlog. I wanted to thank you guys so much for being here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. I cannot wait to start kicking off all of the fall content because I have some ideas. There's one vlog that, of course, I probably won't put it up till like in the next month or so, but I am so excited for it. But again, thank you guys so much for being here. Don't forget to check out Anna Luisa. They have the cutest jewelry that does not tarnish, and I absolutely love them. So if you guys are interested, I do have a discount code for you guys. Again, all of their information will be in the description box down below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! And also, cheers to you guys.